He is likely going to electro dragon me right now, but giant to counter this. Yep, that's what I figured.
Went forward in time to view alternate futures.
He's just going to tornado this, right? That was a terrible decision. I should just went into the executioner. We've got... Hey, what's up, guys? We are back again with the most clutch Mega Knight Hog Rider deck that I've ever played in Clash Royale. It's a really solid deck on defense with the Mega Knight and the Bomber splash damage and the Inferno Dragon to melt any tank deck. I can't tell you how many times we've clutched up in crazy last-second situations because of the freeze. Let's go jump straight to some games and assert dominance. I upload daily videos on the channel, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss out. Thank you to everyone that's using code SirTag. All the money goes directly back into the channel, making the videos better every single day. All right, so jumping into this one, we're gonna see what's up. You guys already know my favorite play is to jump through with the Hog Rider, and we are wasting no time. 7 elixir, we're dropping it like it's hot. Hot potato, baby. I can freeze because the bats are going to get it on top of the cannon cart, and the cannon cart is going to be rendered useless while the Hog Rider hammers down the hits. And we get a fireball. That's what I'm talking about, guys. 4 for 4, the freeze and the fireball traded evenly, but I got a lot of extra value on the tower. Wow, that is an underleveled princess. What are you doing out here? She got one-tapped by the bomber. That is an extraordinary interaction that I have not seen before. Is the bomber going to hit the tower and splash onto the cannon cart? Let's go. Everything is going our way today. That's what I like to see. If we get this type of luck, we are just going to cruise up the trophies. We're going to raise the ranks. Steal everyone's trophies and make them all sad pandas. Might be able to go in for a Hog Rider here, so then the bandit latches onto that, so it doesn't stop the prince's charge. If you guys didn't know, it completely nullifies the prince's charge. Makes me very upset when that happens, but fortunately, we got the Hog Rider to take it for the team. I'm sorry, Hog Rider. Your sacrifice was not in vain. But one thing that I want to do is I want to eat all that because the goblins are really far back. So I justifiably can get the Mega Knight on the tower. The bats are going to completely envelop that Dark Prince. And this man is screeching. He knows that the Hog Rider is hammering down the justice. And there's not much he can do left over. I mean, when you're playing against Logbait and they've got Goblin Barrel, it's tough. But we should be able to defend for the rest of the time. The dude already called GG.
Eventually.
So yeah, this guy tried the entire game. He didn't let me 3-crown, but we held the door. GG and well played. Let's bounce on to the next one. All right, let's jump into this one, guys. You already know, Hog Rider right out of the jump and bats. It's our favorite play every single day. We can freeze depending on what goes down, but if you're going to go and zap away my bats, I can't get value off them, so I'm not going to use them anymore. We're not going to freeze. We're not going to overcommit in single elixir. I'm not about that life today. What are you going to have? Dark Prince and Zap, maybe double Prince with a Goblin Giant or Giant. That's what I'm going to expect right now. And I firmly believe that Freeze will going to allow us to get a very good matchup as the game progresses. Not going to try to overcommit too early. We'll go for a Mega Knight last possible second and keep him in suspense. He'll be like, wait, he's not cycled anything. And then we get him. Double Prince are out of cycle, so he's going to likely have Electro Wizard or a Goblin Giant or Giant to counter this. Yep, that's what I figured. Because if you don't have Dark Prince, that's the only other ground card that you're going to have in your deck. Makes sense. We can Inferno Dragon here, and then freeze when the opportunity arises. Going to hit everything. Make sure that the Dark Prince gets splashed on too. He zaps, so that's a lot of elixir that he just spent. And the Bomber isn't even going to die. Let's go. Free real estate counter push with the Hog Rider, Inferno Dragon, and Bomber. Say less. Say less, baby. That's what I'm talking about. There's going to be 2 hits on top of the tower. We get the Inferno Dragon and the Bomber destroying the Prince. I don't know if we're going to be able to finish off the Prince in time or if he zaps this. He could just get a hit regardless. That was 800 damage. Bad play on my end. I should have just zapped the Prince. I don't know why I'm such a greedy sir. You guys have to ask me that question every day. Then I'll be reminded of this Prince. Or maybe it's the scar on my tower that will remind me every day. Who knows? He's got his zap back in cycle, so it's a little bit bad, but it's okay. He can still do this. He's not going to be able to hit the Inferno Dragon immediately, and then he zaps on top of the Inferno Dragon. Okay. That's light. Do we Hog Rider here? Do we keep the Bomber alive a little bit longer? Oh my goodness. Bomber, you died. Why do you have Wizard, and how did that work? I'm so confused. Wizard is one of the worst cards in Clash Royale. Electro Wizard is so much better with this deck, but this man is packing the Wizard. Oh, I so thought that was going to splash onto the tower too. I'm not even going to fib. That is surprising. All right, he's going to go in for a zap, most likely on the bats. If he doesn't, I would be shook. He's not zapping the bats. He is not zapping the bats, my dudes. It was against his religion to zap those bats for whatever reason. Very solid for us, though. Look at the counter pressure I'm about to get. We kill the Wizard. I go for a Prince off to the side. The Inferno Dragon locks onto the tower on the other side. It doesn't do anything, but, you know, could have if we had enough elixir for the freeze. Have to put yourself in the right perspective and chance to do it. And you wreck people. We're bats and we're a Hog Rider here because he's down a lot. He's down bad. And then we freeze this with the Prince coming at him. He's going to zap, but the bat and their Hog Rider on the tower? No way. I think I got this. I think I got this, baby. Just one more hit. One more hit of justice. Let's go! That comeback was sensational. I truly did not believe we were going to win that game, but we put him to shame for 27 trophies. Let's keep cruising through. I'm having a lot of fun today. Clutch wins like that feel so good. All right, so jumping into this game, you guys already know if we got Hog Rider, we are rushing through with it. And I'm going to go for bats too, so he's not able to activate King Tower with the tornado. You would have to deal with the bats and then tornado. Most of the time, they're not going to do that because they won't have elixir for a zap and a tornado, or they won't have both of them in their deck. Wait, this dude is 100%. Yeah, I was going to say, going to run elixir golem. It's the only deck that I've ever seen when you drop a battle healer. So that was pretty obvious. I want to get a Mega Knight on everything here, so you guys saw how I waited. The bomber is incredibly clutch. We are going to zap as well, just to finish this off a little bit quicker. Get the elixir for a Prince, be able to pull back the Elite Barbarian, and finish off the battle healer. So now, as you can see, he is likely going to Electro Dragon me right now. But I firmly believe in the power of the Hog Rider and the Prince. We are not going to stop anytime soon. That Prince is hammering through, and we're going to snag that tower. So as you can see, if you defend effectively with Mega Knight and Bomber, you're not going to have any issues against those filthy Elixir Golem spammers that probably just plaguing ladder right now. That and double spawner you see a lot of, and it's very satisfying to beat them because they never deserve to beat you, okay? They literally spam cards in the back and pray that they have a good matchup. So I'm a Bomber here. Maybe it gets arrowed. Who knows? He's got zap and arrows, which is really interesting. Most of the time, they're going to have zap and fireball or arrows and rage. But this man, he's striving to be different. So I might zap, but I think that might be a bit of a bad decision on my end. We go for a Prince here. Our Inferno Dragon wins out anyway because we're level 13. His is 12. Oh, no, they both die. I didn't know that interaction. I've never seen that interaction in my life. So I guess you learn something new every single day. That's wild, though. I'm going to Mega Knight here because we want to kill the blobs, so then we get an elixir advantage. So if you leap Barbarians, they just die. And we can go for dual lane aggression. Oh, I'm so fired up for this. I know I shouldn't be because it's just, it's just a casual elixir golem player that we probably hard counter. But it's extremely satisfying to get these wins. If you guys hate elixir golem and double spawners as much as me, let me know down below in the comment section. And if not, let me know what deck you hate the most in the game. For me, this is going to be top 2 up there. So jumping into this game, Bomber is my favorite play to counter those miners because it's going to give me counter push, and it's only 2 elixir to counter 3. So I don't want to go for bats in case the guy's got arrows. Whenever you see a miner, there's a chance that he's going to have Lava Hound arrows. So you just want to be cognizant of that and not overcommit too early on. I'm an Inferno Dragon, and I can whip out a Mega Knight to fully counter this Prince. Should be fine because the Mega Minion will lock onto that instead of the Inferno D. And now we get counter pressure. The Mega Knight's coming through. We've got Freeze on deck. He has exhausted a lot of elixir, and I firmly believe that we can punish him for that. So this Freeze might be a little bit ambitious, but that's how we play Clash Royale, guys. We don't pull any punches. We got to go in. We got to be insane out here. We're going to zap. He's going to BM me a lot, but it is what it is. Sometimes I make misplays. Sometimes I do overcommit, as you guys saw. And we always bounce back. When we take fat L's in elixir trades and we take a lot of damage and our opponent BMs us like this, number 1, you mute him. Number 2, you bounce back and you wreck him. That's the most satisfying thing. When someone BMs you and you make a misplay, you got to bounce back. That's just the way the Clash Royale is meant to be played. So he's going to Mega Minion again. Last time he had the audacity to go for a Prince. I don't think he's going to do that here. See what happens. Double Prince with Miner and Zap. So it's probably going to be Giant. I fully expect to be a Giant or Goblin Giant deck. I want to go in for a Hog Rider, but I don't know if I have enough elixir to fully counter this anymore. If I just don't... If I go for a Hog Rider, he could have went for a Giant, and I think I could have lost the game because I didn't have the Inferno Dragon to melt his tank anymore. I could freeze. Probably knows that, though. He's going to Electro Wizard if I do that. I'm not going to do it. Oh, he was planning on zapping the entire time, but he would have switched it up for the Electro Wizard if I had overcommitted. Maybe if we had timed it perfectly when he had already committed the zap, we would have been vibing. You live, you learn, you try to play better, and that's just something for future prospects. All right, I'm going to Prince in the middle. We are not going to be able to get a charge on top of the Electro Wizard, but it's okay. As long as the Electro Wizard dies to the Prince, that's all that we could ask for. Inferno Dragon in the back to build up a bigger push. He's done a lot of damage on the right-hand side, so if I just commit to defense there and get counter pressure, I think this will be decent for me. So that's what I'm going to roll with. Yep, there's the Giant fully as we expected. I will go in for the freeze before the Mega Minion gets on top of me. And hit him up with the bats. And we should be able to shut down the Giant without any damage on our tower. Maybe I'm wrong here, but I firmly believe that we can do it. Make it happen for the memes and the dreams, baby. Prince coming through. I'm going to Hog Rider immediately after because the Prince is going to be tanking along with the Mega Knight. I might be able to get back to a freeze, and if that happens, I think I got the game on deck, baby. Yo! Look at that! I can't believe the Mega Knight came out of the grave just for that damage. And now we got to put back the emotes. We got to see what he's doing. Oh, he's still chirping. He's still chirping like a chicken. That's what we like to see, man. You were BMing me like crazy early on, and we bounced back and asserted dominance. Those wins are always the most satisfying. Ayo, so Bomber in the back, you guys already know. Pretty solid play. What is happening today, brother? We could Hog Rider, and we're going to start swerving the left-hand side just to get that cheeky chip, because we got the Bomber out of you in the other lane. Oh, I'm going to freeze. I know that this is a bit risky, but... Oh, so if you didn't have Zap, the Mini P.E.K.K.A would have died, and I would have got a very nice positive elixir trade. Now I'm in a dire situation where I believe the Mini P.E.K.K.A gets out of my tower. Maybe not. Oh, it was so close. It was playing with my feelings, guys. And I cycled Inferno Dragon when the guy has Golem. Not the situation that you want to be in. Not gonna lie, I could straight up lose the game after cycling my best answer to the Golem, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. So sometimes you make misplays, sometimes you fall flat on your face, and we realize, hey, just don't go in for that aggressive of a play with the freeze when you don't know if your opponent has Zap or not. Because if they have Zap, you're not going to be able to kill the Mini P.E.K.K.A. You're going to have to drop another card to counter the Mini P.E.K.K.A. And then if you cycle an Inferno Dragon when you're not supposed to, for instance, you will not have a counter to Golem. So it's all a cascading series of unfortunate events precipitated by my one misplay of cycling that freeze. So GG and well played to our opponent. We'll bounce on the next one, and hopefully we can assert dominance there.
Many months later.
So GG and well played to our opponent, and we'll bounce on next one. You can't win them all, but we always bounce back. So after that loss, we gotta bounce back. You already know. That's exactly what we're about. 24/7, 365, Hog Rider right out of the jump, and then freeze depending on what happens. But we learned our lesson. We're not gonna freeze too early on if he's gonna have answers to us. So I could have froze, and then what would happen there is he would have just dropped goblins and made me a super sad panda. Likely gonna be the Hog Rider Executioner deck from the looks of things. And if we play against Hog Exy, all we need to do is slow roll one big push with Mega Knight and get the Mega Knight tanking for the Hog Rider, and then we freeze everything and we win the game. So that's what I'm hoping for right here. Also, never cycle that Inferno Dragon behind the weaker tower, because you know that they got Rocket or Earthquake. If they got Rocket, that's spicy value that they were just lining up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not something we want to be a part of, man. We don't want to be a part of your buffet or your feast. We go for a freeze. There's the chance that that would be a decent play, but at the same time, with Ice Spirit coming down, it's becoming harder for me to justify doing it. I could have went right into the Executioner. He's just going to Tornado this, right? That was a terrible decision. I should just went into the Executioner. We would have got damage on that tower, and it would have felt a lot better. But the Tornado's out of cycle. Maybe we can go for Bats. No Executioner, no Tornado. Maybe we can make something happen with the Mega Knight. If you go Goblins... Yo, this is good. This is so good. This is going to work. I can freeze on everything. We got the moves. We got the sauce. We get the Bats on the tower. And we are bolstering through on top of the Executioner, too. That was sublime amount of value, and I did not believe that it was going to work that well, guys. Let's go. So the bad thing is I don't have Mega Knight for the Hog Rider, but we're just going to ignore that fact. We're going to go opposite lane with the Hog Rider anyway. We're just relentless with the aggression. We are not giving him any chance to let up. He has to Tornado that back, and then we can go for a Zapperino on the Goblins. Do we get a hit? Nope. Very close. The Hog Rider had his hand in the air. He's like, teacher, call on me. And then the teacher's like, no, get Tornado right down, baby. It's okay. It does happen. Sometimes it really be that way. We can slow roll a Mega Knight whenever I feel like it. I'd rather go for a Prince and then maybe go for Bats if this guy's feeling frisky. You're going to Valkyrie most likely. So, yeah, if you Valkyrie, we just Bats on top of the Hog Rider. Because your Ice Spirit's out of cycle. You're going to get a couple hits, but it's worth it in the long run. Because the Mega Knight wins this interaction hardcore, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. But when we're on our side of the map, we have the high ground, Anakin. I believe that we can make it happen for the memes. I believe that we can make it happen for the dreams. The Inferno Dragon's soaking it up for the squad. He's definitely going to go for a Tornado, so I don't want to spend too much more Elixir. We've got Mega Knight back in cycle if this guy feels aggressive. We're a Hog Rider here because we win that interaction. Freeze. We zap. We kill the Goblins. The Hog Rider's on the tower. He's hammering down the Justice. One more hit. One more hit. One more hit. Oh, baby. You just need one more hit of Justice. That's all you needed.
12 seconds later.
Hey, he missed the tornado finally. That took a lot longer than I thought it would be. That tornado got me, baby. Let's go. The clutch up is real. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and have an amazing rest of your day.